Hello, 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 everybody. Sensitive, loving people. It is I, Whimsy, your favorite tarot reader named Whimsy. And today we're going to be talking about last night's meditation. As is my way, I do a nightly meditation and then I attempt during the meditative state to feel or sense things about people in the news. Using the meditative state, and then we report back with some very interesting results, I might add. So last night I spent a little bit more time meditating on Michael Cohen. He's always entertaining. I have to admit, of all the people I do meditations on, he's one of my favorite people to meditate on. But if you go back to the recordings I did 6 weeks ago on Michael Cohen, how it looked to me, the impression I got on Michael Cohen was that during his interviews with the special counsel, he had said during that interview that whatever was not seized during the raid, he could make available to the special counsel. So what happened was, as the impression I got, and as I said, we documented that about 6 weeks ago, was that, excuse me, that not everything that was incriminating evidence was seized in the Cohen raid, because Cohen also had access to information about documents that were not seized, and those were also made available to the special counsel, and now also SDNY. So that is what we are now seeing with the congressional hearings. Remember when I had said last month that the Trump organization and other shady people were hiding their documents at the Cohen offices? So that's basically what happened. Anything that was incriminating evidence against the Trump organization was sent over to the Cohen offices with this idea that if the Trump organization was going to be raided, they wouldn't find certain things because they would be over at the Cohen offices. And so then what happened was that the special counsel had intercepted conversations between Michael Cohen and someone from the Trump organization saying, shred those documents. And so a special warrant was given to the special counsel, to the feds, and they were able to go in and seize those documents before they were shredded. Now all of that is coming out, and what we are finding is that it's kind of interesting as a remote viewer now that what we picked up on weeks ago is starting to unfold. And basically what happened was that they hid the Trump organization documents over at Cohen's offices. The feds seized those documents. They made copies. They went through everything. A judge went through everything to determine what the special counsel and SDNY could use. And then after they had looked through everything, they handed it back to Michael Cohen, and then Michael Cohen turned around and handed everything over, copies of everything, to the Congress. As I had also said in the previous meditations, part of what they were doing was attempting to hide any incriminating evidence, not only against the president, but the president's children, and specifically Ivanka Trump, who, as I had mentioned, her signature was on several documents. Now it's coming out that Ivanka Trump, was linked to the Moscow deal, but that's not the only foreign deal that she was involved with overseas. And in the remote I did of Ivanka Trump a couple of weeks ago, she had said that her father was being targeted, but that many people who were involved in real estate did business very similar to the Trumps. All right, so I want to do a couple throws today. We're going to see how it goes, but I just want to do a throw on Ivanka Trump first, how she's going to be doing as a result of these revelations. So I want to just check with Ivanka Trump, and then I want to check with Donald Trump, and the last thing that I want to do today is talk a little bit about the future of the candidates of 2020. People had asked me to throw cards on Jay Inslee, Kamala Harris, and a couple of the others, and I think we can go ahead and do that as well today. But the first thing I want to do, let's do Michael Cohen. We'll do Michael Cohen. We'll do Ivanka Trump, and the Kushners. Let's just see how this goes, and then if we have time, let's look at the candidates today. We've got some time. All right, let's start. So we just want to first check on Michael Cohen and just see how Michael Cohen is doing since he spoke with Congress. We know that he handed over something like 6 suitcases worth of documents. Wasn't that fun? You got to see your favorite tarot reader, Whimsy, talk about those documents seized from the Cohen offices with Ivanka Trump's signature on them. Then from there, they went to the feds. From the feds, they went back to Michael Cohen. And then from Michael Cohen, they found their true home, which is Congress. The power of the human mind to be able to access information in ways we don't entirely understand is miraculous. We can now document it for scientific reasons, which I think is pretty darn cool. And it makes us see how amazing the human brain is. All right, what will be with Michael Cohen? We want redemption for you, sir. Michael Cohen is happy. He's happy. That's what I think. Feeling caged, feeling trapped, moving. There's movement. I think it's because he's really genuinely afraid for his safety. That's the feeling I get when I go into this energy. Really afraid of whether or not the feds will adequately protect him when he's in the prison situation, prison setting. Where he's at right now. He's already handed all the information over. Now it's a feeling of, he's reaping what he sowed, the consequences of what he has done. So it's over in the sense that you've got an inverted death card over there with an inverted pentacles, 6 of pentacles. I would say that there isn't much more he can contribute to this that he hasn't already contributed to this investigation. He got things organized as well as he could for Congress, but he may be called back in the future, but to be honest with you, it just feels to me when I go into this energy like this chapter of his life is closing, and now they just have to go through everything. The truth is out. Everything is out. Trickster coming, deception, threats of physical harm. Cohen had said that there were crimes being investigated by SDNY. Some of those were obstructing justice investigations, also threats against his physical safety, his family's safety. All of that is going to be investigated. There are people that are going to still attempt to sabotage the testimony of Cohen. This whole thing, though, has really taken a huge toll on his mental and emotional well-being. Here comes the inverted King of Pentacles. We keep seeing this King of Pentacles showing up. I know Elijah Cummings is a earth sign male. Something's happening right now with this energy with Cohen where it feels to me like he just released everything. He gave the Congress everything he had, and he's just going to let them deal with it. This chapter of my life is over, and now it's all about cooperating with SDNY and fear about his safety in prison, and that the work is over. the work of whatever he was supposed to do in Congress is over. And now he's just ready to start a new chapter of his life, which is serving his time and continuing to be as helpful as possible to SDNY as he can be, and being as much of a cooperating witness as possible. His goal is to be in some kind of protective custody. That is what I see for Michael Cohen. But continuing attempts to discredit him, continuing threats to withdraw, people may be threatening to withdraw protection against him. We're just going to have to see how it plays out, but he just wants to get on with his life, and they did get everything. It just feels to me when I'm in that energy that they got a lot of material to go through, and now that they know everything, you know, it's basically up to Congress where they want to take it from here. I just want to check on the future of Ivanka Trump now, because her signature and additional incriminating evidence against her in terms of foreign deals, taxes, etc. is starting. She's in a lot of legal trouble. Let's check on Ivanka Trump. How is Ivanka Trump? Is she going to be okay? Is she in legal trouble? I keep getting the impression she's thinking of having another child, by the way. What is going to be with Ivanka Trump? Is she going to be okay? All right, 2 base cards. Confusion, questions, juggling money, loss of entrepreneurship. Her business future is not looking good. Trouble with business, trouble with Cohen, inverted Ace of Wands. In the middle of a battle. This is going to get to be expensive if it hasn't gotten to be a fortune already. The legal this entire legal situation, in terms of the Kushners, in terms of investigating the Kushners, has been just disastrous for them financially. You can see here an inverted 6 of Pentacles. Over an inverted 4 of Swords, wanting inverted World card, wanting this situation to end, inability to do one's own work, feeling that one is not effective. Look at all these endings cards. This is all about endings. Not able to do the work. Not able to do the work. Not able to be effective. That's she doesn't feel she can be effective. Look at this. I would not be surprised if she stepped depression. I would not be surprised with cards like these if she stepped down from working in the White House, because her cards are so negative. This could signal the end of her work in the White House. All right, so legal troubles. Look at this. I would interpret it that she could be pulling back or even end some of her duties or work at the White House because the situation is so tenuous, and spending more time at home with family. I keep getting a hit about a possible child, having another child. Would that be her 4th child? I don't know. I think she's got 3 or 4 already. So Big family. All right, let's check her husband, Mr. Kushner, and see how he's doing. Boy, nobody's doing well, right? What did we say in the previous readings I had done? That much of what would happen would result in poverty and loss of money for everyone. Roger Stone's going to prison probably. And I said that they'd be writing books, that there'd be movies and books, and now Stone's in trouble for one of those books. And Cohen admitted that he was writing a book, making a movie, etc. People are like, no, Whimsy, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I threw cards. It said that they were going to be writing books and making movies. I just read cards. All right, let's take a look at Kushner. How you doing, Mr. Kushner? I would love to. He's not always, he holds his cards close to his vest. What is going on with you, Mr. Kushner? What is going on? Are you happy? Is this a drag? He's kind of emotionally neutral, which I think is kind of cool, if you can not be like Whimsy and hold your heart on your sleeve. Okay, let's take a look here, Mr. Kushner. Are you being a good boy or a bad boy? One more for good measure. What are the base cards? Travel. Strong female energy or enlightenment or Torah. He's got an international trip coming. That's what this would suggest. Maybe Israel. Maybe there's a trip to the Middle East planned. Wedding cup. Offers. Angry man right over him. There's an angry man right over him. He gets his wish card. Generosity giving. Sharing inheritance. Wish card regarding inheritance. Feeling like made foolish choices. What's around him, somebody walking away, hopes and fears, conflict, final outcome, lover's card. Looks like some kind of preparation for some kind of an international trip. Trying to negotiate some kind of offers. This looks like his work is... He's trying to get his work going somewhere. Unfortunately, there's a judgment coming down due to his previous activities. Foolish mistakes are going to result in some kind of a judgment. Someone around him walking away in a position of power. Hopes and fears. Overcoming a conflict, getting out of a bind. Unfortunately, Ace of Wands inverted. And an inverted lover's card, no deal. So it looks like he's working on international deals. He could be working on international peace deals, etc. Unfortunately, I don't necessarily see it working out. In terms of legal, his legal situation might not be as bad as people think, but there's going to be problems. He does have a nice 9 of Cups coming in with a 10 of Pentacles, so he might be able to preserve some of his finances. And again, I still feel this potential another child coming in. 10 of Pentacles is an inheritance card, but it can also be a child trying to come in from behind the veil. I actually see the woman's dress in the 10 of Pentacles as the spiritual veil in the picture, with a child behind the veil. So again, this is just how I personally trigger my cards. As you work the cards year after year after year, you'll begin to have your own personal relationship with the cards. But me personally, the Ten of Pentacles has an aspect to it which is inheritance, but it also talks about future generations and future generations not yet born. So that is why I feel like part of this could be, again, announcing a possible another child for the Kushners is an energy I keep saying. All right, I want to do a throw on the candidates. I'm going to try and do one or two candidates every time I get on here to do political tarot. But I want to just do Jay Inslee just because I really like Jay Inslee. He comes from my own home state, Washington State. I was born in Bremerton, Washington, and I graduated University of Washington. Go Huskies. So I really like Jay Inslee because he wants the priority to be care for the environment. So we've talked about that here on Tarot with Whimsy, that if we want to have a beautiful world and heaven on earth for everybody, we have to make care of the planet our first priority. So for that reason, I just want to check cards on Jay Inslee and see how he does in the election. Let's take a look. All right. How will Jay Inslee do? Will he get the Democratic nomination? Jay Inslee. Are we looking at a President Jay Inslee? I like Jay Inslee. Saved the environment, helped students with loans, legalized marijuana, did a lot of very progressive things for Washington State. Jay Inslee. Lack of financial support may be a problem for this candidate. He may drop out due to not getting the support from the business world that he needs, or economic support. He may not be running for a long period of time, just because I don't know if I see much of. I'm sorry to say, I like Jay Inslee, but his cards are not that good. He may have to drop out fairly early. That's too bad. Yeah, the money's not there. He may have to drop out because he was not able to raise enough money for his candidacy. Yeah, it's not good. Wow, that's a shame. I really liked him. Yeah, probably not going to be Jay Inslee, but it would be great if whoever does get in brings Jay Inslee in as part of the new administration, and maybe works in environmental causes, but not the president. All right, let's look at Amy Klobuchar. What is the future of Amy Klobuchar? A bit temperamental, but well liked in the Midwest. What is the future of Amy Klobuchar? Gotta be nice to your staff. Strong candidate. Strong candidate. She's going to be traveling. She's going to be doing a lot of stumping. She's going to be traveling a lot in the coming months, promoting herself, promoting the idea. Oh, she could be going into partnership with somebody else. I see her as a possible VP rather than a president. She does have a bit of a temper. She feel when she's not. She has really high standards. That's very true. And when she feels cornered or overwhelmed, she can sometimes result in vindictiveness. If you look at it from as above, so below, action reaction, you can see here feeling cornered, feeling like you're in a bind leads to vindictiveness. Wants to get. Look at this. This is all about wanting to get out of a bind or feelings of being trapped. She does sometimes feel a little overwhelmed. Here is a potential partnership coming in for her with another candidate. She can't do it alone. She might not make it. She might not make it. I don't think she's going to make it as the president. She could potentially be a VP. All right, there you have it. I picked two people to throw on, Jay Inslee and Amy Klobuchar. Neither of them looks like they're going to make it, but Amy Klobuchar possibly as a VP pick because and Jay Inslee may throw in the towel fairly early on because it doesn't look like he's able to get the funding he needs to launch an aggressive campaign. All right, that wraps it up for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're still trying to get in for the week to get readings, yes, I'm available tomorrow and Saturday. All you have to do is click on the Gen Book link, which is associated with this account. We're doing great in terms of raising money for charity here on the channel. I think we've raised about $1,400. We've already given some of that money away. Next month, when I get another some more money from YouTube, we'll go ahead and announce who the winners are, which charities we chose for the month of March. All right, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.